We will study greatest integer function. This function is also known as a step function because of the steps in the graph. This function is also known as step function. A function f from R to R is defined by fx is equal to x written in the box, x belong to the real number. Assume the value of this function, assume the value of the greatest integer less than or equal to x. A function f from R to R defined by fx is equal to greatest integer x belongs to the real number. This function assumes the value of the greatest integer less than or equal to x. Such a function is called greatest integer function or step function. This function is also known as a step function. Now from the definition we will see what is this fx. Fx is equal to this x. We see here from the definition this is equal to, say for example, this is equal to minus 2. It means minus 2 less than or equal to x less than minus 1. This greatest integer function is minus 1, means minus 1 less than or equal to x less than 0. This is equal to 0 if 0 less than or equal to x less than 1. From 0 to 1 this value is 0. X should be less than 1 and x is greater than or equal to, then value is this. For example, this means when x lies between x is less than minus 1 and this means the value of minus 1.5 is minus 2, the value of this number, or the value of minus 1.7 is also minus 2. And see in this interval means the value of minus 0.5 is minus 1, minus 0.6 is also minus 1, etc. And this means from the value 0 to 1 means the value of 0.1 is 0, 0.2 is also 0, 0.3 is also 0, etc. So this greatest integer means the value from 0 to 1, x is less than 1 and x is greater than, the greatest integral value is 0. If x is less than 0 and greater than minus 1, the greatest integral value is minus 1, and so on. Greatest integral value will be 1 if 1 less than equal to x less than 2. Now see here, if we see this in the number line here, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, and so on. See here, if we see the pattern here, when the value is minus from minus 1 to 1, the value is minus 2, from minus 2 to minus 3, the value will be greatest integer minus 3. If minus 1 to less than 0 is minus 1, and so on. We see the greatest integral value minus 2, minus 1. So if we see the domain of the function, we put all the values. This is from minus infinity to infinity. It means the domain of the function is set of real numbers, and range of the function is very clear. The numbers are integers, 0, plus minus 1, plus minus 2, plus minus 3, and so on, all the integers. So range of the function is z, the set of integers. This is the, and codomain is this whole set, codomain. So when we see a function, we must know the range, domain, and codomain of the function. So we must have the knowledge of these things. Range of the function, set of the images. The set of images are all the integers, set of integers, and domain is all the input. The input is set of all the real numbers. So this is the domain, and codomain is function is defined from R to R. Means codomain is the whole set. So this is the greatest integer function. Now we see the graph. See the graph for these intervals. This graph is this step is by this -1. This from -1 to 0. The graph is 0 to -1. So this, and 0 to 1 is this step, and 1 to 2 is this step. So we see here step 1 to this 3 and 4 and so on. So that's why this function is known as a step function. For these interval you can see these steps. So this is the greatest integer function.